Good afternoon, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Chantel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this eye look using the new Revolution Roxi palette. It is this eye look, but also I incorporated using the Roxi blush and highlighter also, so you will definitely see those as well. Yeah, so if you would like to see exactly how I achieved this look, then please do keep watching. So jumping straight in, I'm going into the darkest pink shade in the palette, and I'm going to put that all over my eyes in kind of like a semicircle. Well, you're going to see exactly how I do it. Just to let you know, all the products that I've used today is in my shop, my stash, and they will all be linked down below in the description box. So before putting on my eyeshadow, I thought I would just quickly mention that I did prime my eyes using the Makeup Revolution Ultimate Eye Base in the shade medium first, and yeah, then I went straight in with this palette. Excuse the face, but I'm about to kind of give you a little close-up just so that you can see exactly how, well, the shape that I've made using that pink. Then changing my brush, I am going into that middle pink shade, and I'm going to do the 50-50 method. Now this is where you place your brush 50% on the edge of the eyeshadow that you've already put down and 50% off of it, and then I'm going to slowly add the products in and kind of blend it out. I always use small amounts often, and I like to do little circular motions as you're seeing now, just to buff it out a little bit. As you can see, not even much pigmentation is coming up using that, so I really have to kind of pack it on a little bit more and just keep building it up until I can see some sort of color payoff. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to take an even bigger, fluffier brush, and then I'm going into that top pink shade, and then on top of that I'm going to blend it out further. And then once I've put all of that down, I then go through each shade again, and I keep going backwards and forwards until I have the blend that I'm happy with. So you're going to see that I keep changing my brush, I keep going into the different colours that I've already used, and I'm like going up and down and adding it. Then going in with the flat top brush, I go into that first purpley kind of pinkish glitter shade, and I'm going to place that all over the lids on top of the pink that I've already put down, just like that. And as you can see, it's not really that pigmented, and I believe it's because I'm using the brush, but I didn't want it to come off too harsh, so that totally didn't bother me. Next, going into that top shimmer shade, I then use my finger and go over the area that I just done, just to intensify it a little bit more and to bring more of that deep kind of purplish pink color to the lid. As you can see, I'm dotting it all over because I don't want it to be super pigmented. And this is me just quickly showing you how it looks after everything's been put down. Moving away from the eyes now, I've decided to use the Roxi blush as I'm doing the Roxi collection today. And as you can see, I've already put all my base makeup down, ready for the blush. I was actually really surprised at the way that this laid down and just how pigmented it was. I was in two minds as to whether or not this would show up on my skin tone, but it really did. And as you can see, I put a little bit at a time and built it up, which means that this product is also buildable. Then going into the highlighter, I took out a little drop, put it on the back of my hand, and I was actually really surprised at just how glittery and pigmented this highlighter was. But as you guys probably already know, I only put the littlest amount on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, and typically I just use my finger just to dot it on the tip of my nose, and then I kind of pat it in. As you're going to see in the next clip, I have completely finished my base makeup, lips included, and I've thrown on some lashes. So going back into that dark pink shade, I then use a fluffy flat brush and I put it on my lower lash line, quite close to my lower lash line. But then when I started putting it down, I realized there's not going to be enough depth, so I've gone ahead and added a liner, which is my MAC liner. I can't remember what it's called, but it will be linked down below in the description box. So now that I have that liner down, I then go back into the pink and start again on the lower lash line, but this time kind of blending it in with that black liner, and it really did give the depth that it needed. I then go back into that middle shade just to blend out that pink shade that I just put down so that there's no harsh lines. Just to finish it all off and tie it all in together, I go into that icy shimmer shade and use that for an inner corner highlight. And of course, to set it all, I'm using my MAC Fix Plus setting spray. And then giving you a little close-up of the finished look. Right guys, so as you can see, this is the finished look. So I thought, as per usual, I would jump back on, share my thoughts about this look as well as the eyeshadow palette. I really enjoyed working with the palette. I really like the way that this look has turned out. I think I'm being a little bit biased because pink is one of my favorite eyeshadow looks. I did have a little bit of malfunction with the glue and the lashes, so excuse that. I just thought I would keep it in rather than taking it back off and redoing it. So that's got nothing to do with the palette. Moving on to the palette, I really did like how these eyeshadows played. The only problem I would say with the palette is that there is not a dark enough shade in here for, you know, the darker skin toned people. And this middle shade here that I used to blend out the first shade, this one that I put down, it did take a while for me to build it up a little bit so that I could actually see the pigmentation. Swatching it, it actually swatched quite well. I am going to put like a picture or a video of me swatching the shades somewhere on the screen now as I'm speaking. So yeah, swatching it was fine, and people do say just because an eyeshadow palette swatches well doesn't mean it's going to work well on the eyes, and vice versa. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind if you're of the darker skin tone, that is. But overall, I actually like the way that this look turned out. I did actually add a little bit of this over the top of the blush that I put down. Quickly just talking about the blush and the highlighter, I did go for the pinker colour instead of the orange one, just because obviously I'm doing pink eyes. And I was in two minds whether or not I should try this one, because I didn't know whether or not this would come across ashy on my skin tone because of how light it is. But it actually turned out quite well, as you can see, and there was pigmentation there. But if you had seen how I was doing it, I was putting it on a little bit at a time and then built it up slowly, which I would always recommend, especially when you're working with liquid blushes, because it's going to be really hard if you put a lot on all at once. It might actually interfere with your foundation or your concealer, them kind of things underneath. So yeah, bear that in mind. And the highlighter, there was definitely pigmentation with this. It was really bright. I only use highlighter, as you guys already probably know, on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the look. I'm really happy with the palette. And if you saw with that swatch that I showed before, this color is absolutely stunning. So I really do want to do another look using this palette and somehow, some way incorporate in that gold shift, because it's gold, but it has like a shift to it. I don't know if it got picked up on the camera before as a swatch. I don't know. All right, but it's such a pretty color. Right guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free to drop your comments down below what you thought of this look. Right guys, one more thing before I jump off, completely unrelated to the eyeshadow palette. It's about the lips. I used these two colors and then went over the top with some of this Fenty, what is it Gloss Bomb? Yeah, Gloss Bomb. So basically I put this one around I lined my lips with it. That's So Fetch. And then I put this one Bittersweet in the middle, and it's the Sleek Matte Me range. Now I don't know if I spoiled it because I went over the top with the Fenty Gloss Bomb, but it's starting to bubble and peel off, and it's really sticky. So yeah, not the best formulation. I really don't like that on my lips. I just thought I would mention that and put that out there. All right. Oh, and look, I have the mic now, so I'm hoping that it's better quality for you guys and you're all hearing me properly now. This is the first video that I am actually filming since receiving the mic. This video is going up on Saturday and today is Wednesday. Right, I have done some batch filming, and like I said in previous videos, my videos go up all over the place, so I don't film them necessarily in the order that I'm putting them up. So there will be still a few videos that you see that I'm not using the mic, but from now on, every time I film, I will be using the mic. So if you do see a video that I'm not actually using the mic, that's why. It was filmed before. Right guys, so yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. One more thing guys, if I can ask you to please hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already done so, and then click on the little notification bell beside it, and then click all so you never miss another upload, from me. And while you're down there, if I could ask you to please hit the thumbs up button, it really does help me and my channel out, and I really do appreciate it. I don't know what's going on with me guys and my speech today. Anywho, until next time guys, have a beautifully blessed day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.